Good evening, PEP scholars. Welcome to another live PEP curriculum-based test. As usual, we have a brand new set of sample questions for you straight out of the oven. So we're going to dive into those as soon as we play our schedule of live classes. So stay tuned. Hello CSEC math students, I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC Math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything, make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello scholars, did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand. All right, so here we go, and I want to welcome all those who are joining us from wherever you are, from YouTube, from Facebook, from Twitter, from wherever in the universe you are. So we have some sample questions, and as usual, I have my scholars who are waiting backstage very patiently. So let me invite them on. So far, we have Madison, and we have Amari and John.
Good night, miss.
Good night. Good night, and welcome. Are you there, Madison? I'm not hearing you. All right, so sometimes we have a little technical difficulty with our scholars. Hopefully, Madison will be able to join us. Hopefully, her mic will start working. So, John and Amari, how are you?
Miss, we're fine.
Yes, I'm
Fine.
Yes.
Yeah, just fine. Not awesome, not great, just fine. Fine is good. So let's see our first question then. All right, so it's a PEP curriculum-based test, all new sample questions. And we're going to go to question 1. And these were prepared and of course are being presented by yours truly. Amari, question 1.
Miss, you not change the screen.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Okay. Madison says her mic doesn't seem to be working. Try logging off and coming back. Can you see the screen now, Amari?
Yes, miss, I can see the screen now.
All right, so read for me.
Okay, miss. Number one. What is the angle formed between the two hands? Sorry, miss. Number one. What is the angle formed between the two hands otherwise clockwise at 5 o'clock? Number one. What is the angle formed between the two hands clockwise at 5 o'clock?
Okay.
Miss the minute hand would be at the 12th, miss.
All right, so at 5 o'clock, so Amari is saying at 5 o'clock, the minute's hand would be at the 12. Uh-huh.
And miss the hour hand would be on the 5, miss.
The hour hand would be on the 5. Mhm. So remember we said whenever two rays meet, what automatically happens? We said that last week. When two rays meet at a vertex, here's a vertex where the two rays meet, what automatically happens? Who remembers what I said? Hmm? Try remember. Try remember what I said. In the meantime, Jer just joined us. Welcome, Jer.
Miss, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, Madison.
Okay, Miss.
Good night, miss.
Hi. Does anyone remember what I said last week? What happens when two rays meet? What is formed? All right, so let me remind you.
Obtuse angle.
Pardon me?
Tell us an obtuse angle is formed or reflex.
It doesn't have to be one necessarily or the other, but one thing is two angles are formed at least, right? Depending on the orientation. Could be two straight angles, could be one acute, one obtuse, could be two obtuse, could it? Could it be two obtuse angles? Greater than 90, less than 180. No, it could be two obtuse angles. Yes, it could. So, but automatically two angles are formed. That's what we're saying, right?
Yes, miss.
Automatically. Because we have the rays joining in the middle here. So we have an angle here. So this is the clockwise angle. If we're thinking in terms of the clock moving this direction, and that will be anti-clockwise, moving in that direction, right? All right. So now, the question says, what is the angle formed between the two hands clockwise? So Omari already explained, this is 5 o'clock. We want this angle here that's formed clockwise. So from the 12, moving in the direction of the 5. Moving in the direction that the hands of the clock goes, right? That way. So we want this angle here. What will be the measurement of that angle? Hi Ajani, hi Nia, hi Kareem, hi Bent. Remember, we did this last week, in one of the questions. Nobody remembers how would we calculate that
Yes, miss.
angle formed.
Miss, I know. Miss, I know. Miss,
Go
it
ahead,
be
go
five.
ahead, John.
Miss, it be 5/60 times 360/1, miss. To find the
You're
reflex.
saying 5/60.
Yes, miss, or 25. Miss, or 25/60 times 360/1.
Okay. So why are we multiplying it by 360 over 1?
Miss, because the full rotation would be 360, miss. The air, the miss, nothing, right?
The face of the clock is circular,
Yes,
and the angles in a circle add up to, from the center, add up to 360 degrees. Where does the 25 come from?
miss, it comes from the 5 minutes. Miss, it comes from the 5 on the clock, miss.
All right, so
Miss,
the
the clock
space
does.
between the minutes hand and the hour hand. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 25 minutes or 25 um, space out of the full 60 space so here we would be looking in terms of minutes, but there's another way that I told you we could have expressed it. Instead of saying 25 minutes over the full 60 minutes, how else could we have expressed it? Who remembers?
Miss, would it be 5/60 times 360/1?
Not 5/60. If we're expressing it in terms of hours, it will be 5 over the full 12 hours. 5 hours out of the full 12 hours. So either way you look at it, it's the same thing really. Sorry, why did I put that over 5? I
I
think
don't
because
know, miss.
I was saying 5 at the same time when I was writing it. So I'm gonna change it. It should be over 1. So we can express it in terms of minutes or in terms of hours, but you'll see that the minutes cancel down to 5/12. 5 into 25, 5, 5 into 60, 12. So it's the same thing we're doing, right? All
Yes,
right, and 12 into 360 goes
miss,
30,
60, 30. Oh, yes,
and
yes, miss.
5 times 30 gives
Miss, that's
150. Am I correct?
okay, yes, miss.
So it's 150 degrees. Okay, so Madison, can you hear me?
Yes, miss. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please read question 2.
Okay, miss. They haven't loaded for me yet.
In the meantime, welcome Ajani and Kira. I'm seeing
Question
Christine.
2. What is
Go
the
ahead.
angle? Question 2. What is the angle formed between the two hands anti-clockwise at 10 o'clock? Number 2. What is the angle formed between the two hands anti-clockwise at 10 o'clock?
All right. So what say you, Madison?
Miss, an acute angle.
We actually want the measurement of the angle, like what we did a while ago in question.
Oh,
So first of all, let's draw the 10 o'clock. The long hand, the minute hand is on what number?
miss, the minute hand would be on 12,
Okay, so it's o'clock. The minute hand is on 12. The hour hand is on
10,
10. Is it this angle they're asking for or this one?
Miss, that one?
First or second one that I drew?
The second one that you drew, the one that's there now.
Okay, so they want anti-clockwise. So we're going in this direction. Anti-clockwise. So clockwise is this direction. Anti-clockwise is this direction. So they want this angle. How are we going to find that angle, Madison? The actual
Well,
measurement of that angle.
Miss, I'm not really sure how to do it. I don't understand.
All right. Does anyone understand to the point where they want to explain how we're going to work out the
Miss,
measurement? John,
Miss, Miss, since it says anti-clockwise, Miss, you're going to have to circle back around.
are we?
Yes, Miss, it says between the two hands, what's the angle is, what is the angle formed between the two hands at anti-clockwise at 10 o'clock? Miss, you have to go anti.
We don't have to go all, we can just measure it anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise there, we just need to find out the space between the 12 and the 10 and do similar to what we did for question 1. So
Miss,
in terms of minutes, how
Miss
many
10,
minutes?
Miss 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes,
In terms of hours, how many hours?
Miss 2 hours.
2. So we can express it as 10 minutes out of the full 60 minutes
Yes.
times 360 because we want it in degrees. Or we could say 2 hours out of the full 12 hours. And if we cancel this, we see that 5 into 10, 2, 5 into 60, 12. Same thing, right? 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 12, 6, 6 into 6, 1, 6 into 3, 6 equals
So
6.
you get 60.
Right, so the measurement would be 60 degrees. So this angle anti-clockwise, when it is 10 o'clock, the anti-clockwise angle from 12 to 10 is 60 degrees. So what would be this clockwise angle then, for argument's sake then? If we wanted that clockwise angle at 10 o'clock, how could we work that out without going the long way? Now that we know what the clockwise angle, the anti-clockwise angle is 60 degrees, is there a way we could work out the clockwise angle? So remember, the anti-clockwise angle and the clockwise angle together make up the full 360 degrees.
Miss, may I try?
Yes, Madison?
You take away 60 degrees from 360?
That is correct. So like I just said, the clockwise angle and the anti-clockwise angle together, they form a full circle, 360 degrees. So if you know the anti-clockwise angle, which we just worked out, is 60 degrees, then the clockwise angle between the two numbers would be 360 minus 60, which is 300 degrees. So remember, two rays join at a vertex, at least two angles are created. When we talk about the face of the clock, we can use the words clockwise and anti-clockwise. So the clockwise direction is the way the normal hands of the clock go, from 12 to 1 to 2 and so on. Anti-clockwise would be the opposite of that, from 12 to 11 to 10 to 9, like it's going backwards. So the question asked us for the anti-clockwise angle between the the 12 and the 10 because it's 10 o'clock. So it's 10 minutes. The space covers 10 minutes out of the full 60 minutes. And we multiply that by 360 since we want to express it in degrees. So that anti-clockwise angle is 60 degrees. But I was also just throwing something in to say, well, what if we wanted to calculate the clockwise angle from the 12 to the 2 to the 3 to the whatever, going round to 10 in the regular way that the hands of the clock move? All we would need to do then is just take the 60 degrees from 360 and we would get 300 degrees. So that means this is 60 degrees, that's 300 degrees. Together they make the full 360. All right, John number 3.
Okay, miss. Number 3. What are between the two hands clockwise at 1 o'clock? Number 3. What is the angle formed between the two hands at clock? Right. Between the two hands clockwise at 1 o'clock. Miss, the hour hand would be, miss, the minute hand would be on the 12 minutes and hour hand would be on the 1. Miss, and the
So
angle is
minutes
between
and on the
angle.
12. Hold on, this can't work. This can't work. So what we're saying, minute hand on the 12, hour hand on the 1. It's clockwise, so they want this angle there. So how would we find that, John?
Okay, miss. Miss, I would find out, miss. So, miss, since, miss, you can just put the 1 over 12, miss, times 360 over
Okay,
1.
so it's 1 hour over the 12 hours
Yes, miss.
times 360. Or we could have said the 5 minutes that it takes up over the full 60 minutes. We'll still 5 over 60 cancels to 1 over 12, right? So basically, it's easier to just go with the hours, would you say?
Yes, miss.
Yeah. Because if you use the minutes, you're going to be able to cancel it down anyway.
Okay, miss, that'd be
All right, so
30.
12 into 360
Miss,
goes
30 times.
30 degrees. So we're saying this clockwise angle here is 30 degrees. And suppose we had wanted to find the anti-clockwise angle that would go this way, this reflex angle here. How would we find that quickly?
Miss, the reflex angle?
Yeah,
Miss,
this
at what
reflex,
time? Miss, at what time?
the same 1 o'clock,
Okay.
but the reflex
Um,
and the anti-clockwise angle.
yeah, miss it be, the 5 over 60 times
No, I'm not
360.
talking going the long way. What's the easiest way? Now that we know that this angle is 30 degrees.
Okay, miss,
What's
30
the
degrees.
easiest way now to find this angle here?
Um, miss, hit it with 30 over 12 times 360. Okay. Don't
No,
worry.
we just
Don't
take
worry,
the
don't worry.
30 from the full 360.
Miss, what?
Remember,
Miss,
that's what we did a
30.
while
Oh, yeah.
ago?
Oh, yes, miss.
Yeah, because remember, the two of them together make up the full 360.
Yes,
Remember?
yes, miss.
All right, now I just added 2 students. Let me check if their mics are working. Alicia, can you check your mic for me if it's working? Can you hear me, Alicia? Kira?
Yes, miss.
All right, Jer, can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
All right, Jer, please read the question 4.
The minutes hand moves from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. That same day, through how many degrees of rotation did it move? The minute hand moves from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. the same day. Through how many degrees of rotation did it move?
Okay, what you say for this, Jer? Hi, Malia. Hi, Kareem. Max K. Beauty. I'm seeing Kian Ferguson. Chrissy K. Hi, Chrissy K. What do you say, guys? So we're saying the minute hand is moving. You know, the minute hand keeps moving from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. the same day. Through how many degrees of rotation has the minute hand moved? Who wants to try? Who wants to have a go at it? Why are my scholars not showing their faces tonight?
Miss, could I do it?
I'm not seeing Jer, I'm not seeing Kira, not seeing Madison, not seeing Alicia. Go ahead, John, try and see.
Okay. Okay. Miss says the minute hand moves from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. the same day. Through how many degrees of rotation did it move? Miss, so from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. Miss, that be 12 hours.
Okay, so 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. is 12 hours.
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it
So,
has so it has made 12 complete rotations,
yes, miss.
okay, or revolutions, we could say,
Yes.
right?
Yes, miss. Okay.
What
So,
else?
miss, we could do 12 over 6 over 6.
12 over 60.
Yeah. Yes, miss.
It
No,
has
no, miss.
made 12 complete
Yes, miss.
revolutions
Oh, wait, miss 12 over 24.
or rotation.
Miss 12 over
12
20.
over 24, why?
Oh, miss, because there are 24 hours in a day.
But it has just moved 12 hours.
Yes, miss.
But we want to know how many degrees of rotation.
Okay.
It's
So,
rotating about the axis here. So this is the two hands are fixed on this axis
yes,
and they move. So we're focusing on the minute hand. At 2 a.m. it's on the 12.
yes, miss.
It makes one
Oh,
complete rotation, another one. 12 rotations.
yes,
How
miss.
many degrees would that cover?
Great. Okay.
How many degrees are covered in one rotation?
Miss. Miss.
When the minute hand moves from the 12 clockwise back to the 12, how many degrees of rotation is that?
Miss, could I try?
Yes, please.
Is it 360 for one rotation?
Pardon me?
Is it 360 for one rotation?
360 what?
Degrees for one
Okay.
rotation?
So one full rotation about the axis is 360 degrees. How many rotations is there from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m.? How many we said?
Miss, I think you said 12.
12. So how many degrees of rotation would that be then? One complete rotation is 360 degrees. How many degrees would 12 rotations be? So one rotation, 360 degrees. How many degrees would 12 rotations be?
Miss, I got my answer for it.
Tell me what you did to get your answer and then tell me your answer.
I multiplied 360 by 12.
Okay, and what did you get?
I got 4,280 degrees.
Okay, so 4,280 degrees of rotation in all. Okay, so one full rotation, 360 degrees. 12 rotations, 12 hours. Each hour is a full rotation. All right. So thank you, Kira. Is that how your name is pronounced, Kira?
Yes, Miss, it's Kira.
Okay. Alicia, can you hear me now? Madison?
Yes, sis. Can you hear me?
Okay. All right. Madison number. Hold on. Wasn't that number 4? Okay. So I have 2 number 4s. All right. Madison, the second number 4.
Second number 4. The minute hand moved from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. that same day. Through how many degrees of rotation did it move? The minute hand moved from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. that same day. Through how many degrees of rotation did it move?
All right. So what we say for this one? From 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. through how many degrees of rotation?
Miss, I say 545 because it went one rotation then another half rotation.
So at 10 o'clock, so this is 10 a.m., right?
Yes, miss.
So it makes one full rotation to 11 a.m., another full rotation to 12 noon, and then half a rotation to 12:30. So I think you left out one rotation. You said 1.5, but it's really 2.5.
So
Check
miss,
and
it would be 100.
hmm?
Then it would be 900
So it would be what? 2.5 or
degrees,
2.5 times 360.
160.
All right, so that gives what?
900 degrees.
900 degrees. Okay. And that's our last clock question. All right, so Amari, please read question 5, which is the stem and leaf
I just have
question.
a question before I start. Missing questions ready.
I think it's about 6.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Amari.
Okay, miss. Number 5. Number of leaves on plants in nursery. Number 5. Number of leaves on plants in a nursery. A. How many plants were examined? Hurry! Just read properly. Jeez. There's something stuck. How many plants were examined? B. What is the mean of number leaves per plant? C. What is the model
Modal.
number modal number of plants? D. How many plants had at least leaves? At least 25 leaves. E. How many plants had no more than 12 leaves? Number 5. A. How many plants were examined? B. What is the mean number of leaves per plant? C. What is the modal number of plants? D. How many plants had at least 25 leaves? E. How many plants had no more than 12 leaves? something.
All right, so do the first one, Amari. A.
Okay, miss. How many plants were examined? Miss, I would say 18.
All right, let me hear what the others are saying. Amari says 18. What are other persons saying? Everybody's saying 18 for that one. Some
Miss
persons
18.
Yes.
some persons say 19. Let's check and see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm getting 19. I think some persons didn't count this plant. This represents a plant that has no leaves. This 0 here, it represents a plant that has no leaves on it. So it's 19 plants. All right, John B. John
Yes, miss. B.
B.
What is the mean number of leaves per plant? B. What is the mean number of leaves per plant?
The mic are working at Jadine?
Um, miss, someone's mic's on.
I'm getting a feedback, guys. Mute
Oh,
yourself
Miss,
unless
somebody's mic is on and their parent is
yeah,
talking to
mute yourself unless you're speaking.
okay.
John, go ahead.
Yes.
The mean number of leaves.
Okay, miss. Let's see. 26, 25, 21, 14, 12, 11, 11, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's 16, 22, 27,
Everybody work out the mean
28,
in the meantime.
22, 22, 20.
Everybody work out the
Oh, wait. 30,
meantime.
okay. 10, 16, 22, 27, yeah, 32, 34, 36, 40, 41, 41, yeah, 41, 41 plus 4, 45 plus 3, 8. Well, 8. Okay. 4. Okay, that's 20. 20. 26.
What are you doing, John?
3, 4. Missy's trying to answer it on the book, miss.
What tell me the process? What are you doing?
Oh, miss, I'm adding up all the numbers, miss. And then the amount of numbers that are there, miss, I divide my answer by that to get the mean.
What are you going to divide the answer by?
It's by the amount of numbers that are there, which
Which
is
is?
18.
Which is what?
18 is,
It's not 18.
it's 19, sorry. 19.
Okay. Has anybody else added up all the numbers? Hi, Mr. Turtle. Hi, Shamar. Has anybody else added up all the numbers? Hi, Julie. Long got you're late, but it's better to be late than never, huh? Yes, Kian, I'm getting that same number as well. Kian got 19.42.
20.
I'm getting that same answer. So, John, when you add them up, have you gotten a total for them yet?
No, miss. Miss, I'm not yet. Miss, Miss, may I please go and drink some water?
Sure. All
Thank
right, the
you.
total I got when I added them up was 369. And we said, right, and Nia said she got that too. So 369, and we're going to divide that by 19 since it's 19 plants.
Miss, what did you say? Miss, 300 and something?
369.
69?
Yeah.
Um, you did something wrong. Miss, I got 350.
Well, I checked them a couple times and I got 369. And it's 19 plants. So do the division part of it now. 369 divided by 19. All right, John. So in the interest of time, we have two scholars who said they got the answer already, and I got that same thing. So Nia said she got 19.42, which is what I got. And who was the other person? Let me check again. Somebody else said they got that in. That was Kayan. Kayan got it right. So 369 divided by 19, and we got 19.42. All right, Jer, part C.
Okay, miss. C. What is the model number of the plants?
Of leaves.
What is the model number of
Across out plants, it's supposed to be leaves.
leaves?
What's the modal number of leaves?
Miss, is it 3?
3. Why do you say 3?
Because 3 is a number that occurs the most.
So you're saying that this is 3?
Oh, no, 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 no. Never mind this.
Okay. This is what? This represents what? This
The
digit here,
circle.
what is it really?
This that is 3 in the ones place.
No. Who can tell me what this 3 here represents in the stem and leaf?
Miss 33.
33. Remember, we have to combine the stem with the leaf. So even though we look at it and it looks like just a 3, it's really 30 and 3, 33. This is not a 6. This is a 2 and 6. This is 26. This is 25. This is 1 and 2. So this is 12, 11, 14, 46, 47, and so on. So what's the modal score? It's not 3. So I'm seeing some students posting their answer for C. Kayan is saying 30, Mr. Turtle is saying 30, Kira is saying 30, and that is correct. The modal score is 30. We have 3 30s. These 3 zeros here, they are not zeros. It's 30, 30, 30, 30. So we have 3 30s, we have 2 11s, we have 2 3s, but 3 30s. So 30 is the modal number of leaves. Kira, D.
How many plants had at least 25 leaves? How many plants had at least 25 leaves?
Okay, so how many plants have at least 25 leaves? What does at least mean? The term at least, what does that indicate to us? Are we saying how many of them have 25 leaves? When we say at least 25, is that what it means?
As in they have up to the number of 25, as in they go up to 25?
So you're saying at least means up to 25, that means 25 or less?
Yes.
No. So Kian is saying it means not less than, at the minimum. So it's actually 25 or more. At least 25 means 25 or more, not 25 or less. So how many of the plants have 25 or more leaves? That's what we want to find out, right, Kira? Kira, sorry.
Yes, miss.
So how
I
many
see
plants would that be?
8.
All right, so let's see. So we have 25. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's correct. 8 of the plants have at least 25. So at least means that or more. Still have been checking with Alicia, not getting her response at all. Alicia, last check. All right, Madison, E, please.
Okay, Miss. E. How many plants had no more than 12 leaves? E. How many plants had no more than 12 leaves?
Okay, so no more than 12. What does that mean?
Miss, the plant does not have more than 12 leaves, so it can have exactly 12, but not any more.
Okay, so this is the one that means 12 or less, right? Yes,
Yes, miss.
so no more than means that number or less than that number. So how many of the plants had 12 leaves or less than 12 leaves?
Miss 8.
So let's see. So here's 12, a 1 and a 2. That's 12, 11, 11, 5, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plants. 8. That's correct. So 8 plants had no more than 12 leaves. Okay, back to you, Amari, and this is our last question.
Yes, miss. Okay, miss. Select. Give me a second. Select the numerators from the rectangle and denomination from the triangle. Denominators. Oh,
Denominators.
denominators from the triangle. To complete fractions that are equivalent to 3/4. Select numerators from the rectangle and denominators from the triangle. Complete fractions that are equivalent to 3/4.
So we're to choose a top number from the rectangle, a
Yes, yes,
bottom
miss.
number from the triangle
Miss, could
to
I
make
do this?
equivalent fractions. Amari, your turn. Amari, go ahead, your turn.
Yes, miss. Yeah, 3. Miss, I would say 12. Miss, 12 over 16, miss.
Okay, that's correct. So 12 over 16. Remember, equivalent fractions would cancel down to the same, or you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same thing. So 12 over 16 is
Oh,
equivalent to 3
imagine.
quarters. All right, John, your turn.
Yeah, okay. Miss, oh, wait, okay. Miss, I would say 50, 20 over 20.
Okay, so 15
These
over
are 38.
John, one turn. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Miss, I
sir.
talk too much. Miss,
15
I talk too
over
much.
20. 15 over 20. That's equivalent to 3 quarters. All right, Jer, your turn.
Okay, miss. Select numerators.
Tell me the numbers. One from the rectangle and a bottom number from the triangle. That would be equivalent to 3 quarters. So far we have 12 over 16 from Amari, 15 over 20 from John. Both of those are equivalent to 3 quarters. Can you find any, Jer? All right, I'll come back to Jer on if we don't use them all up. Madison,
Yes, miss.
what do you say?
Miss for which one?
For the one we're looking at now on the screen, choose a number from the rectangle as the numerator and a number from the triangle as the denominator to make an equivalent fraction, equivalent to 3 quarters. We have 12 over 16 already and 15 over 20.
Okay, miss. Hmm. Miss, may I have some time to think about it?
Sure. Kira, have you decided?
Yes, miss.
What would you say?
I would say 36 over 48.
That is another one. So 36 over 48 is equivalent to 3/4. All right, back to you, Amari.
Miss, I found one. May I
Hold on.
say
All right, go ahead, Madison.
15 over 20? I
We
didn't
had
see it
that
there.
already. We have 12
Okay.
over 16, 15 over 20, 36 over 48.
Okay, Miss.
Amari, do you have another?
No, yes, Miss.
John?
Wait, Miss, I know one. 33, Miss, and over 44, Miss.
Okay, so 33 over 44. John?
Okay, Miss.
Hold on. So we need two more.
Okay. Um. 27? Hmm. 27 is not there. Miss, why did you put 27?
John, choose from what's there.
Okay, Miss. That's okay. That's it.
Miss, I found one.
Okay, go ahead, Kira.
Is 18 over 24?
All right, so 18 over 24, and now we need one more.
Okay, Miss, I was still looking at.
One more.
Okay.
Okay, so Kian has got the last one, and she said 42
Miss,
over.
I was just about to say that too.
Okay, so all right, so Kian got the last one. So Nia had said the 12 over 16. Kian 33 over 44. Nia 18 over 24. Kian 42 over 56. Kerry 40. Kerry says 44 over 33, but that would not be reduced to 3 over 4. It will be reduced to 4 over 3. So remember where to choose the numerator from the rectangle and the denominator from the triangle. All right, so the last one where to add then is 42 over 56. And all of these fractions are equivalent to 3/4. They can be reduced to 3/4. All right. And we've come to the end of our class.
Okay, Miss.
All
Bye.
right, so
See.
at the end, for some reason, my scholars didn't want to show their faces today, except for John and Amari. I don't know why they don't want to show their faces, but we were privileged to hear their voices.
Miss Madison was feeling off.
Yes, Madison said she was feeling a bit off today, so she didn't want to show her face. It's a privilege, yes, to hear the voices. So we'll have to just make do with that. So tomorrow, same time, same place,
Same season. Ah,
same season,
yes. Miss, I
same
got it from
season,
church. Miss, I got it from church. Same season.
same time, same place, same season.
Yes, Miss. Get it
Okay.
right at the right time, at the right season.
Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see. All right, same time, same place, same season, huh?
Yes, Miss.
All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. And of course, I'm going to play for you now our schedule of classes even though we're not really sticking to the schedule right now because we're focusing on the curriculum-based test, which is the actual test will be near the end of this very month. So we're putting in a lot of effort into the curriculum-based test for this month. Uh, but you still need to know the schedule because that's what we're going to be following. Going back to that after we finish with the curriculum-based marathon,
Yes, miss.
right? So I'll see you scholars tomorrow and thank you for your company.
Bye, miss.
Bye. Okay, so here we go. Hello CSEC math students, I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now in this series we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC Math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything, make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello scholars. Did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand.